Arcadian Vanguard presents The Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Tuesday, June 25th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with Monday Night Raw, broadcast live last night on USA Network from the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. In the main event, J.D. McDonough and Finn Balor won the World Tag Team title from R-Truth and The Miz when Balor pinned Truth at 11 minutes and 32 seconds following outside interference from Liv Morgan.
Morgan again pulling on Truth's heartstrings. No! Liv Morgan getting Truth caught up on the top rope. Balor taking advantage. Truth's in trouble. Finn Balor to the top rope with a coup de grace. The manipulative slide. Liv Morgan pays dividends. The Judgment Day, the Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners and the new World Tag Team Champions, J.D. McDonough and Finn Balor.
Well, it is going to be hard for the Judgment Day to ignore Liv Morgan now.
The loss ends the title reign of Truth and Miz at 79 days. It is the first tag team title in WWE for McDonough and the third for Balor, who previously was champion twice with Damian Priest. The show featured a new video from the Wyatt Six, featuring Uncle Howdy interviewing Bo Dallas, who discussed the loss of his brother Bray Wyatt.
There is no one on this earth that feels more hurt than me from his loss. Not one person on earth feels what I feel. But what am I supposed to do? Let him become a mausoleum? Let everybody forget about what he stood for, what he fought for, what he believed in?
World champion Damian Priest was confronted by Seth Rollins during an in-ring promo segment. Rollins proposed stipulations for their match at Money in the Bank, stating that if Rollins loses, he would never again challenge Priest for the title, but if Rollins wins, Priest has to leave the Judgment Day. In Money in the Bank qualifying matches, Lyra Valkyria emerged victorious over Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane, and Chad Gable emerged victorious over Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman. In other results, Karrion Kross beat Kofi Kingston, Zelina Vega and Liv Morgan brawled during an in-ring promo segment, and women's tag team champions Alba Fire and Isla Dawn defeated Katana Chance and Caden Carter. After the match, Fire and Dawn were attacked by Damage Control. In the opening match, Braun Breaker lost to Ludwig Kaiser by disqualification due to the interference of Sheamus, who attacked Kaiser. Afterwards, Breaker demanded a title match with Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank. In more WWE news, the company yesterday announced a new deal that would bring 3 premium live events to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, beginning with next year's Royal Rumble scheduled for February 1st, 2025. The deal would also bring one future installment of WrestleMania and SummerSlam to Lucas Oil Stadium, although it was not specified when. Additionally, the partnership includes future episodes of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, as well as house shows to be brought to the state of Indiana. Said Patrick Talty, president of the Indiana Sports Corporation, quote, "We are excited to bring this groundbreaking partnership to Indianapolis and our state. For over 4 decades, our city's sports strategy has brought in millions of visitors and priceless hours of international brand-building media coverage. This partnership with WWE continues to push that strategy forward in new and exciting ways," end quote. Talty had served as WWE Senior Vice President of Live Events from May 2012 to January 2015. Kayla Braxton has denied rumors that she is headed to All Elite Wrestling. The longtime WWE backstage interviewer, who was set to depart WWE following Friday Night SmackDown from Madison Square Garden, took to social media yesterday to address the rumors. Said Braxton, quote, "The support from you guys has been overwhelming. I am so thankful for you, but I did want to make one thing clear as I enter my final week in WWE. If I wanted to keep working in wrestling, I wouldn't be walking away from the largest wrestling company in the world. Nice try, rumor weeds," end quote. In corporate news, WWE's Executive Vice President of Television, Chris Kaiser, has departed the company yesterday, according to Mike Johnson. He had been with WWE since 2015 when he started as Senior VP of TV production. His responsibilities included producing many of WWE's documentaries and reality series, as well as overseeing the Thunderdome during the COVID-19 pandemic. And in legal news, Too Cold Scorpio, real name Charles Skaggs, was arrested on June 15th and charged with multiple felonies in connection with a stabbing incident earlier that day at a truck stop, according to a story first reported yesterday by TMZ. Skaggs was charged with 1 count of felony assault in the first degree and 1 count of armed criminal action after reportedly getting into a fight with a man at a Love's Travel stop in Kansas City, Missouri, where Skaggs was working as a security guard. Skaggs has claimed he acted in self-defense, but the victim, who was rushed to a hospital for multiple stab wounds, has indicated to authorities that Skaggs was the aggressor. Skaggs was released on bail on June 16th. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges and is scheduled for a court date next month. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.